20-yard run up.
Dear! Good ball for Roberto Carlos. Hooked into the penalty area towards Zidane.
Nani.
Rooney! Oh, wonderful!
Manchester City are still alive here. Balotelli. Aguero!
Hello, good evening, Savva here from Football Heritage TV. Never a dull day at Spurs, never a dull day. So hello to each and every one of you. Hope everybody is well. It's just gone 8 p.m. Monday night, and the breaking news from today, you've all seen it, we all know it's happened, is that Tottenham Hotspur have rejected Bayern Munich's bid for Harry Kane. Remember, they said the third and final bid for Harry Kane. The third and final. So today, I guess we'll be having to talk about, will there be another bid coming in? So we'll get to all that in a minute. We'll get to what Romano said about it. But listen, initially, get your thoughts into the chat. You know the rules. Smash the like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We are closing in on 8,800, which means we're closing in on 9,000. So thank you so much to absolutely everyone for your support. I'll try and get, as normal, to as many comments as I can. I can't promise I'll get to all of them, but I'll try and get to them to ensure they do get in a super chat. If not, I'll try and get to as many as possible. Let's have a look and let's see who's inside the house. But actually, before we do that, let's have a look at what was actually said. The news was broken by Ornstein, but for ease, I've always got, actually, I can bring up David Ornstein's comments. So bear with me 1 second. Let's show people what he said. I'm sure you've all seen it, but let's remind ourselves of what's been said. Here is what David Ornstein broke earlier. Hopefully you can all see that. David Ornstein said, Bayern Munich have seen latest offer for Harry Kane rejected by Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. After proposals in June and July turned down, Bayern were 25 million short of Tottenham's valuation. Talks last week led to improved bid, but that has now been knocked back too. Now, that is what he said. This is what Fabrizio Romano said. So this is what Fabrizio Romano went on to say afterwards. This is where obviously it all gets interesting and it's never boring. Fabrizio Romano said, I'm sure you can all see that, said Tottenham have rejected Bayern's €100 million package bid for Harry Kane, as called by David Ornstein. Daniel Levy said no to the German club proposal. Bayern will discuss internally on how to proceed after proposal turned down. Meeting will take place soon. Right. So, my question to all of you is this. Is the saga over? Is the saga over? Right? Or is it still in flow? Do we believe that Bayern Munich are going to come in for a fourth bid? Do we truly believe that? Does everyone think it's over with now? Has he done the right thing? Horny Right TV, last warning. I'm seeing your comments. Stop it. Last warning. Okay, stop it. All right, last warning. Do we think this is the right decision? If he doesn't go, is everyone worried that he will leave on a free? Or does this mean that Levy must have had some assurances from Kane and his team around him that he will sign a new contract as a Tottenham player, or indicated that he could? Will and could, two very different concepts. What do you all make of it? Let's see who's in the chat, and we'll catch up with some of these comments in a minute. By the way, keep smashing the subscribe button, people. We're 31 from 8,800. Let's make that the target for today. So if anyone hasn't subscribed already, please do. It really does help me grow, and I would appreciate it. George Raffis, big up George, one of the good guys, has now become a YouTube channel member. Big up George. He was in the comments earlier for when we did our YouTube channel member only show earlier, where we all had a good chat, a good natter about Tottenham, past players, and Harry Kane, etc. So thank you to everyone who came on, and big up George. We'll be doing that again in a couple of weeks. Let's have a look. So we've got Moldy Pickle, who has said, if Kane is staying, if Kane's staying, is Ange going to have unreal pressure from the board to get Champions League to offset the loss of Kane when he leaves on a free? Or will they buy another big defender to try and ensure Champions League? First and foremost, Kane staying for whatever money doesn't offset Champions League revenue unless you get to a final, right? So the £100 million, that is what you get if you reach the Champions League final. So we would need Kane to get us in the Champions League next year, along with the other players. Then the year after, we would need to make the Champions League final. For me, the second part of what you said is what Spurs should be doing. Sign Kane on a new contract and then get another top defender to ensure Champions League. Seath the Forver said no, they'll move for Vlahovic, etc. now. It's going to be interesting to see. Ansar, big up to Ansar. I think you are a Bayern Munich fan, actually, if I'm right. He's put, please no, we need Vlahovic. He'll fit our system well. Yes, you are. I remember when I went on to Liam's stream, who is from the Bayern View, and you didn't want Kane. You wanted Vlahovic, which was baffling to me. But hey, you might get your wish. Rob Skier said, Kane needs to leave Spurs. He's too good for this club. Best player never to win a trophy if he stays at this shambles of a football club. Fighting talk immediately there from Rob Ski 74. What do we make of this comment? People agree? Is he too good for Spurs? Is it a shambles of a club? Is he the best player to never win a trophy? Let me know your thoughts and keep liking, people. There's 478 of you in the chat. 116 likes. Sorry, I could feel a hiccup coming along. So sorry, let's get rid of that. Adam McFarlane said negotiations are still ongoing, apparently. Obviously, very different to what C to the fourth said. Exactly. It's going to be interesting, isn't it, guys? Big up to Kate. Hope you're well. Thanks for coming on the show earlier. Really appreciate it. Please get over and subscribe to Kate, just a girl who loves Spurs. Adam McFarlane said, Rodon and Spence and 25 million for Brennan Johnson. This kid is quality. Is that what you want to happen or what is happening? Not that I disagree with you, but is that what you want to happen or what is happening? And guys and girls, smash the likes. Stop being tight. Spurs fans are the tightest when it comes to likes. So please smash that like button. Adam has said, if Bayern hit the right amount Levy wants, then Kane is gone. Yep. I guess the question is, we keep hearing different amounts that Levy wants. What is that number? Is it £100 million sterling with add-ons? We'll see. Adam has also said we know the next signing will be Clement Longley. Let's really hope this is not true, shall we? Gary Officer, big up Gary. I said, I hope we start to get some players out the door, recoup that money and get another top centre-back, not Longley. Would also like to see us do a deal for Gift Orban. I'm being optimistic. Listen, a top club goes and does these things, right? A top club goes and does these things. So nothing wrong with being optimistic. Let's do it. For once, let's do it. Theatre of Dreams has said, big up Sav. Yes, I think this saga isn't over just yet. Sky Sports also mentioned that neither Bayern or Spurs has walked away from the deal, despite the latest bid rejected. It's still very much possible. We're going to have this for a week again, aren't we? We're going to have this for another week leading up to the Brentford game. Big up to Mark Cousins, one of the moderators and a YouTube channel member. I said, big up, Savva. Please let that be it now with this Harry Kane circus. I don't quite think it is going to be, Mark. I don't think it is going to be. Mark, tell everyone to subscribe. Come on. There's 542 people in here. Smash that subscribe button, people. Here's where we're at. Let's get this. We see there to 8,800, 30 subscribers. We can do this, people. We can do this. Big up to Bill. Big up to Rinketic. Thanks for coming on earlier. Peter Kipp says, let's take the money. Rico63, big evening. Big up and good evening to you as well. My dinner was rushed That's what happens when you've got half an hour between streams. But thank you for asking. Big up, Brun. Hope you're well, my man. Daniel Monsondon, hope you are well as well. Thank you so much for the massive super chat earlier today. Much appreciated. Daniel, tell them to subscribe. Pain Like Boehner said, someone owes me 20 quid. Who owes you 20 quid? Call them out. Let us know. Posty Pat said, at Peter Kip, money that we'll never see or invest properly with. I feel like this is wrong, though. Why would we not invest it properly? Why would we not? What if we got that money and then you bought in Gift Orban, a defensive midfielder like Sangara, and either Tapsoba or Laporte? Would that be investing it properly? Leon, big up to you. It said, evening all, big up yourselves, big up to you. What's up, peeps? Big up to you, Melvin. David's in the chat and said, I saw we buy a mannequin from El Corte Ingalls and see if it, from I wonder where that was going there, if I'm completely honest, David. Jim, big up to you, and all the Spurs lovers. Yes, big up to you. Well, Winter Surfer said, let's go, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel to support Savva, please. Thank you, Winter Surfer. Much love. Hi, everyone. Hi, Notting Hill Jim. Big up, big up, big up. This is, I told you, this is your last chance. Stop with the silly comments or you will be leaving the show very quickly. Big up to Richard Pugh. Hi, mate. Hope you are well. Nick has said the sun is still shining. It's not too bad here, actually. I reckon I could open the blinds. Yeah, it's actually quite nice here as well. Let's see what. Just wondering whether that would be too much. Yeah, there's a lot going on there, isn't there? Big up to absolutely everyone. There's so many of you in the chat. We have got Danny Spurs. He said, hi, Savva. The Times are saying that Bayern are considering a fourth bid for Kane and Orban could be his replacement. Yet lots and lots of talk of a fourth bid. Lots of people saying fourth bid's not coming. It's going to be really interesting, isn't it, to see what happens from here. Lee Adler has said Bayern have been levied. Good evening, Savva. Evening to you as well. Levy flexing all his financial muscle and power. Rafa has said Kane is actually doing Tottenham a favour. He wants to be sold so the club can make money and find a replacement. I mean, look, he apparently, all the reports are saying that he did sign personal terms with Bayern Munich. So does he want to leave? Is he just leaving it as an option? You just know the circus isn't going away just yet, don't you, Rafa? Pete Shaw, good evening to you. Hope you're well. I won't be able to go through every comment, by the way. There are a lot of comments. Big up, Phil Barnett said, I don't believe Bayern have the money to meet Levy's demands. Just a quick question. When people say this, how do they know Bayern Munich's financial status? Just asking for a friend. Why have they not? They've just sold about £125 million worth of players. So why have they not? They're a very rich club. I still remain with the opinion that Kane stays and signs a new contract by the end of October. Richard, for me, he's got to sign a new contract. If he's not going, he's got to sign a new contract. Can't let him walk away on a free. It would just be absolutely horrendous to this football club for him to go on a free. Big up to Martin Knightsbridge. I hope you are well, my friend. What a lovely dog that is. Absolutely beautiful dog. Lee has said, I think Bayern will put in another bid. Kane leaving probability reduced. That's not an easy sentence to say. Right, you were warned. You were warned. You are getting blocked. Ban user. Idiots everywhere, unfortunately, on YouTube. Scooter Reacts, big up to you. I hope you are well as well, my friend. Bill has said, Phil, if they've supposedly offered 85 million, I reckon they'll have a few quid more. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people say, like, oh, they haven't got money. How do we know? Why would we assume that Bayern Munich have no money? They've sold loads of top players this year already. Bader has said Bayern Munich don't give up their pursuit of Harry Kane as they consider a fourth bid for the striker. They are conscious that Tottenham need to line up a replacement for Kane, with Gift Orban being a potential candidate, is what he said here. Again, Richard is another in the know. All these in the knows who know exactly what's happening. I love it when people just assume they know exactly what's happening. Why would it not go? Do we not think if after the Brentford game, Bayern Munich came in and went, there's 120 million pounds, that he wouldn't be off? Come on. We know better than that. Linda has said Harry Kane will probably sign another contract. Harry Kane will probably sign another contract. He's got to. Kane making a verbal agreement with Levy. No one knows. This is the beauty of it at the moment. No one knows. It's all. Let's not say things. I like this as a question. Let's not say things, people in the chat, that are definite. It's like Kane definitely won't, or Kane definitely. He's agreed personal terms with them. What does that tell you? Danny Spurs said Tottenham are in talks with KAA Ghent over Gift Orban and are willing to offer 30 million euros. The striker has been validated by Postecoglou and is linked to Harry's future. Wouldn't it be nice if we went and just got Orban anyway? Wouldn't everyone like to see Orban playing with Kane? Matt said I'd be shocked if Bayern didn't bid again. Yeah, I think it would be interesting, wouldn't it, if they go this far and then don't kick on again? But we'll see. Foggy Foam said, big up everyone, big up Savva and everyone in the chat. Where do you think Spurs will announce the new boys? I think it's already been done, right? I think, they're Spurs players. You mean the video? Probably tonight at about 10 o'clock, I should think. Where are we? Lee Adler said, I think Harry will stay, to be honest. I reckon if we have a decent enough start to the season, then I think he will certainly look at signing a new deal. I just can't believe a player would put his future on the basis of 10 to 15 games that he sees. What if we start badly? What if we start badly in a mid-table? Does that mean he doesn't sign a contract? Just asking for a friend. Leah said it's not over yet, boys. We'll see. It's the guy who hates me. So technically not true. That's the prize money. It doesn't include revenue made from games at the stadium, extra TV money, etc. Yeah, but Tifo have done a whole video on what Spurs made from those seasons as a totality as well. And the seasons that we didn't make it to the final, it was nowhere near the 100 million mark. I think it's a lot of pressure to put on to say, keep him and let him go on a free if he gets us Champions League. I just think it's madness. I think it's absolute madness for me. Sign a new contract or go. I don't care who you are. Seeing big players come and go, we'll see it again. Paul Van Beek has said top 5 Champions League next season, probably about 10 group games as well, so more money. You get more money for Champions League, but Richard Pugh has come back and said, I feel we are finally moving in the right direction, and I hope that all the new managers, all the new players gel in the Prem quickly, much like others. Richard, I don't disagree. I think we are moving in the right direction. I still worry about that horrific defence. I truly do worry about it, Richard. I feel we need to do something very, very quick. Whether that's a Tapsoba, a Laporte, I don't know who they're going to bring in. They've got to do something quick because that defence has been shocking so far in 3 pre-season games against 3 very average football teams. So yeah, definitely needs to do something soon. But I agree, Maddison for me a fantastic signing. I like Solomon. I can only go by what I've seen. I've liked the cameos that Solomon's put in. Basuma for me is going to be just like a new signing. Nick, thank you. Yeah, all people have got to do is like it. 194 likes, 617 of you in here now. So very welcome to all of you. And keep subscribing people, 26 more subscribers. And we get to 8,800. So that would be much appreciated. I just think Kane doesn't fit Andrew's system. I mean, look, lots of people saying this. I mean, it did yesterday, granted against a very bad team. I do think Harry Kane has the attributes to play in any system. There'll be certain things he doesn't do, like he won't run in behind. That's not his game. But let's be fair. If Kane stays, he's going to score an absolute hatful of goals, isn't he? Said who? I'd love to. Who? I'm not doubting you. Just tell me who, and I can go and have a look at their page and bring it up for everyone to see. That would be really good. If we are in talks with Gift Orban, which I will hold judgment on, then that would be brilliant. From what I've seen of him, looks very good. Obviously, with all young players, it's all about how they develop. But hey, let's see. I'm looking at the moment. I haven't seen anything on Ornstein's. I haven't seen anything on Romano's. So I'm waiting to see where that has come from. Theatre Dreams said no player is bigger than the club, even if it's Harry Kane. He either needs to commit to Spurs or leave. Spot on. I completely agree with you. I think it's a very dangerous game, isn't it? We talked about this last night. If Daniel Levy keeps him and then Kane signs a new contract, it's a masterstroke. Right? Optics will say it's a masterstroke from Daniel Levy. If he leaves for free and we didn't accept this money, well, one of the worst bits of business I think I would have ever seen. I wish when people say things like this, if this is you just wanting this, or is there any news? I'd love some news. Yeah, well, Matt Law and Jay Burt have said it. I've not seen any direct quotes. When I see a quote, I'll start believing it. Maybe. If you're Kane, are you fed up with this? Do you tell Bayern to meet Levy's price or move on? I guess seeing Harry Kane's chilled either way. I think that's the noises that are coming out of the club. So who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Is he fed up? Is he happy? Is he just waiting and biding his time? Who knows? Big up to you, Sean Smith. Big up, Daniel Harris. Big up, John Ellis Hall. Sacanelli. I agree with a caveat. It's negligent if he walks on a free. If you sell a product, or a player in this case, on a free, and you could have had 100 million euros plus add-ons the year before, it is negligence. If you keep him and he signs a new contract, which is what I think every Spurs fan wants, I don't think any fan out there doesn't want him to sign a new contract. Is there anyone out there that doesn't want Kane to sign a new contract? Because for me, I would love for him to just sign the contract. This all goes away and we just crack on with being a football club. Joseph has said, I swear this gift Orban slagged us off for not winning trophies, but is now going to Tottenham. I don't, he's not coming to Tottenham. There's no deal. Hey, it is what it is. Yeah, but Richard, this is, I can't understand this. I'm sorry, but there's no scenario that I find Kane leaving acceptable. If he goes on a free, I can't believe, we keep having this chat. I cannot believe anyone would want to see him go on a free. I feel like this is absolutely amazing that any football fan would want Harry Kane to leave on a free. This is why we have the small mentality as a football club. We'd rather lose a player of that ilk on a free than get 100 million and reinvest. It's absolutely madness. And I'm going to call it out. This is just wrong. It's plain wrong, Richard. I'm so sorry. Big up, Kesh. Yeah, I really enjoyed our chat earlier with all the members. Nice, relaxed chat. So thank you for joining. MJ Marcus has said, great job you're doing, Savva. Really nice content and discussions. Got to give it to you. You're setting the standards like Big Andrew of our Spurs. Listen, I'm just talking football, my man. That's all I've ever wanted to do. And that's all we're doing. I'm trying to get to as many as possible. Big up to Corey, whoever you are. Big up, Corey. Big up, Corey. Hope you're well. Rob Sear said, Levy going to Miami means he's obviously made a short trip to Bermuda to speak to Uncle Joe. No, I don't buy into all this. Chris, thanks for coming on earlier. Thank you very much for coming on. Drula, big up to you as well. Big up to you. Loads of people in here. Sir Big Ors has said, hey, Savva, our Spurs with a chance for Laporte. Saw Man City put a 30 million tag. Talked about this earlier. If Levy pulls that off, credit where it's due. If Levy pulls this off, credit where it's due. Have we gone and done a signing like this? I can't remember the last one where we went to a big club and took their player. Just saying. I would love to think we could get it done. I think it would be a brilliant signing. Would you want to come? Would we get it done? We'll see very soon. Oh no, we nearly got through. We nearly got through half an hour without somebody being silly. Savva, you nonce. Okay, thank you, Philip T. Let's block you. This is what I don't get. If Bayern are so rich and powerful, why not just table 100 million off the bat? Chelsea do when they want a player. Well, Chelsea aren't when they want a player. Otherwise, Caicedo would be done. So this isn't strictly true. look, clubs negotiate, right? It's their prerogative to negotiate, surely. If listen, if I was Harry Kane, if I take my Spurs hat off, if I was Harry Kane, I would sit tight and not do anything and go to a massive club next year. If I take my Spurs hat off, I'm going to wind down my contract, I'm going to leave for free, and I'm going to have the choice of Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Man United, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City. That's what I would do if I was Harry Kane. As a Spurs fan, you want him to sign a new contract. If he's not going to, sorry, I'm just trying to get through to Toppings rotting mother. Sav, is it true that you get paid by the club like your mate Chris Cowling? I mean, let's call it for what it is. Look at the things I say about this football club. Do you believe Tottenham Hotspur Football Club would see the things I say about how badly we're run and our ownership and would pay me? Have a think about it. Have a think about it. Big up Daniel Muntendon. Always a massive supporter of the channel. Said subscribe if you haven't and press the like button. Yes, please do, people. We're now only 22 subscribers away from 8,800, and that would be amazing. As it was rightly said on another channel, Kane scored 4 goals in the last match, and some people said he isn't a proper fit for Ange's system. Yeah, listen, I feel there'll be certain things he can't do, and I think we know that. He's not going to run in behind that Ange likes, but let's be fair. Harry Kane will score goals in any system. This guy is a goal scorer. He was born to score. Well, I mean, Billy, it's not nonsense, is it? When you say it's all nonsense, it's not. There's a reason why personal terms have been agreed with Bayern and why Bayern are still in conversation with Tottenham, because it's not. Hey, it is what it is. Listen, I think if he left for free for any team, I just think it's gross negligence. Rumors say we're backing for Alex Scott. False. I like Alex Scott. I don't think that's the priority right now. I genuinely don't think he is a priority, or that position's a priority. I think it's got to be forwards and it's got to be defenders. That would be my priority. Let's have a look. A couple of super chats here. Big up, Jim. Just a guy who loves Spurs. Thank you, Jim. I said, Savva, Brentford v Spurs prediction, please, mate. Well, as it stands, I can only make a prediction based on the players we've got right now. And I think Brentford will, I think 2-1 to them or 2-2. I just worry about our back foot. I'm going to worry about that defence. But stranger things have happened. And I feel like we will have a lot of joy scoring goals. So 2-2 I'll go with at the moment. Get a couple of defenders. I might change my mind on that. Kia Horpan, big up Kia. How you doing, my man? So big up Savva. Hi from Houston, Texas. Levy will bring some proper players back along with him in his private jet. Just dreaming. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. I really, really, really do appreciate that. Thanks, Kia. Top guy. I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Tried to get to as many comments as possible, people, but it is a minefield full of comments. Smithy said Levy is not going to spend 30 million on Laporte at 29. Every one of our future signings is going to be 26 or under. I just think if this was available, it would be crazy not to do it at 29. Get 3 or 4 top years out of Laporte. I just think it would be a no-brainer for me. It really would. Let's have a look. Where are we? Why didn't he score 5? Love it. Nick Gray, yeah, I thought Maddison was absolutely superb. He said, I was at the game and watching Maddison was superb. He is the lock picker we have needed for years. Great explanation, lock picker. Absolutely, Nick. I completely agree with you. East London Gooner in the house has said, from what I heard, Daniel Levy won't go for no more than 130 million for Kane. Listen, I just hope it doesn't backfire on him. Steve D in the chat said, the free bit is annoying, but not as much as seeing him go to a rival. Yeah, now put both of those things together. Yes. James McCann, Savva, you are on the club payroll. Yeah, you're right. They give me 10 grand a month to do YouTube. I don't know how you knew, but you know. Just imagine. I don't think it would happen to Arsenal, but imagine he went to Chelsea on a free. I don't think it would be Chelsea either, if I'm brutally honest. But there are so many clubs that would come in for him. It is unreal. Guys and girls, there are 700 of you in here and only 260 likes. Come on. Someone said to me earlier as well that Spurs fans are the most selfish when it comes to likes. Just smash that like button. It's free. It's free. I'm doing this for free. All you got to do is smash that button. Rob Sear said Kane owes Spurs nothing. If he chooses not to sign a new contract, that's his prerogative. Sure, which is why Daniel Levy should sell him now. It's not rocket science. It's absolutely not rocket science. I know there are fans that are more emotionally invested in Kane than they are in actually Spurs doing well, but I'm not one of them. Savva, Gary Jacob reported about Orban. Let's have a look. Have I got Gary Jacob's details up? Let's have a look. I've got his Twitter page here. Let's see. I can't see anything. I don't know if I'm being silly. I can't see anything on his Twitter page. But if you've got the quotes, put them in there. Ange has told Kane the players he wants, and Kane has passed that list to Levy and said he will sign a new contract if the list of players is sold. Laugh out loud. Let's be honest. By the way, look, I know you're obviously having a laugh here, Quinny, but what I hear a lot is we have to prove to Kane that we mean business. We have to prove to Kane. I don't think we need to prove it to Kane. I think we've got to prove it to the fans. Prove it to everyone. It's not just Harry Kane's football club. We'll be here long after the football club have gone. We'll be after Harry Kane's gone. What about doing it for the fans? Somebody here that doesn't understand football. Why is everyone hung up on a transfer fee? It's not going into our pocket. The club will surely factor in if Kane goes on a free. I can't even be bothered to respond to such a silly comment, so I'm going to move on. Such a silly comment. Kane is 100% going. Levy is just playing on time to get a deal done for his replacement. If he accepted, other clubs will just increase prices for our in business. There is that way of looking at it. Imagine we signed Gift Orban in the next few days. Would you then think Kane is going? Kane has earned the right to leave and win trophies, just not on a free. Sure, absolutely sure. Fans need to. I can't tell fans what to do, but the number of fans that think about one man versus an entire fan base and a club. I don't know why people, that guy, why are people caught up on a fee? Well, because you want to buy players, right? So if you let go of Kane, you want to be able to spend more money. If you don't sell Kane, he goes on a free. We can't then complain when there's no money. Just saying. It's absolutely madness how people don't think about this. Big up, Jacob. Hope you're well, man. Big up, Savva, to the hustle. Always hustling, man. Apparently the club pay me, though. Can you imagine, Jacob, the things I say about this club? People think I get paid by them. Where are we? Daniel Weir said, Savva, but yeah, I got called unambitious by another Spurs fan for saying we can't let Kane go on a free because apparently me selling him now is apparently showing ambition. Look, I think there's a lot to be said for this. At the end of the day, let's be brutally honest. This boils down to one thing. Every Spurs fan, I think we can all agree, every Spurs fan wants Harry Kane to sign a new contract, 4 years, 5 years, whatever it is. We all do. We all want him to sign that contract. If he doesn't, thank you very much. Let's get the money and let's move on as a club. But the number of people that can't see past him is worrying. Thank you very much, people. We're now only 19 subscribers away. 19 from the 8,800. Help me out, people. Let's not end the show. We're not ending the show yet anyway, but let's not end the show until we get there. Come on, people. Help me out. I'll put the link in the chat. Look, I get a lot of people coming in to view each of my shows, so surely you like the content. If you do, then please subscribe. I'm putting the link in the chat right now. All you've got to do is click on that button, and you don't even have to leave the page to subscribe, and it costs you nothing. I need to be very clear on that. It costs you absolutely nothing, people. Okay. Mohammed has said not every club has oil money. I don't know what that means, but okay. Boy from the lane has said, I'm with you, Savvy. It's all a lot of sense. Just wondering who you would target if Kane is to leave this window. I would go for a young, hungry striker. Maybe someone like a Gift Orban that keeps getting thrown around. I think as well, then you had you had Sonny. I play Sonny through the middle. Richarlison will get more goals this year. Maddison will score goals. Solomon will chip in with a few. Porro will. Adoji will. We'll be absolutely fine. Spurs FC would have Savva's head on a stake. Yeah, I'm definitely not on the payroll. Definitely not. Rinketic said, I heard Levy signed you on a 5-year deal, $2 million a year. Yeah, that's right. What he does is he pays me to talk badly about him. Thank you to the 2 people that have just subscribed. We're now only 17 away. Come on, people. Be generous. Hit that button. See to the fourth said, managers adapt their systems to players at that level. If Ange had Messi, he wouldn't require him to run around like mad as a striker. Sure. Absolutely. Daniel Harris said, I feel like we're getting system and style tangled. Conte has a system and that was final. I feel like Ange has a style and system can be flexible. Interesting. Kane can hold the ball for Maddison to make runs through. I mean, I think if Kane stays, which looks like he is, then Maddison is going to have a great season in feeding Harry Kane. Okay, let's see. Somebody sent me something. Gary Jacob has said, Tottenham are ready to increase their interest in Gift Orban if Harry Kane leaves. Ghent are hoping for a fee of around 23 million, but Spurs think a deal could be done for around 20 million. Gary Jacob. Go on, Levy. Make sure you get that 3 million off. And yeah, I'm on the payroll. Big up to BK. AFAM Sports has said, if we get Champions League with all the money that comes with it, then Kane goes to Bayern Munich for free next season. Would that be acceptable? No. Why? I just don't want this man leaving for free in any way, shape or form. Getting Champions League is not winning a trophy. We've got Champions League before. It shouldn't be a prerequisite. Oh, we let him go. He's got us Champions League. We should be getting money for him if he doesn't want to be here or sign a contract. But big up. Thank you for the super chat. And Hamish has said, good morning, Savva. Watching you all the way from Australia while I finish off an assessment at 3:40 a.m. Appreciate the content so much. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. And thank you very much for the super chat. It's much appreciated. Thank you very much. Come on, guys and girls. We're now only 16 subscribers away. It's absolutely mental. We're growing very, very, very fast. Yes, but it's a mistake. Yes, I don't think that's to me. Savva, Antonio Silva will be my pick. Antonio Silva is a very good player. And a very good player. Rob C, another one who knows Harry Kane intimately, to know that he wouldn't go to Chelsea. Just funny, we do say these very sweeping things rather than asking questions. We sweeping generalizations like we know him. Maybe if he wants to live in London, he might go to Chelsea. You never know. Nicky has said he would go to City on a free if anywhere, in my opinion. Haaland has a release clause next summer and would be very clever business. There's option. He's got options, right? He's got options. I would go on a free if I was him. So it is what it is. Okay, understood. I'm not on Twitter, so I just have to Google it. But yeah. Where are we with comments? Yeah, I've seen the comments. I've seen a lot of comments that we're buying players, but then don't actually go and buy them. So I'm just not sure. Punchbag Workout says Savva isn't paid by Spurs. He's on the Arsenal payroll. 10 grand a week. I'd work for Arsenal for 10 grand a week. Are you kidding me? 10 grand a week. Brian Hill said Bayern's a huge club. They have the money. Oh, they've got the money. It's just whether or not they want to go to that levels, isn't it? Let's be brutally honest about that. Matt Drayton has said, if Laporte signed, where would he play? Romero and Van der Ven are first choice. Postecoglou doesn't play free at the back. Yeah, but it's called having a squad, isn't it? I think as well, Van der Ven can play left back. So it might be that we put Van der Ven at left back, have Laporte and Romero in the middle, And then what that allows is the right back to go forward and Van de Ven to tuck in. Otherwise, are you suggesting we don't buy any more defenders? Can't just go in with Van de Ven and Romero as your centre-half choices. Franco says, Savva, shouldn't Bayern be meeting our price, not us meeting theirs? Yeah, of course, that's how it works. But I think we've also got to be, we've really, really got to be clever about it. We've realizing we're going to lose a top player free. I can't imagine that in any world where we allow that to happen. I think it would be I think it'd be the worst bit of business Daniel Levy's ever done in his career to let Harry Kane walk for free. Savva, what defenders do you expect to come in and displace your Doge? I can't take comments like this seriously. I cannot take comments like this seriously, Zeddy. We are so bad at the back. I can't take this seriously. There are lots of right backs, left backs, centre backs. There are lots of defenders across the world. Please, I mean, how any Spurs fan has seen us defend and thinks that we can go in with that back four. The last word on Spurs host. I mean, he can say he won't, but it's ridiculous. Just because someone came through our academy means we don't get money for them. Wouldn't that be bad business? Like Chelsea just let Mount go for like 55, 60 million. Absolutely shocking. If that was that Ricky Sachs who said, I can't believe Ricky would have said that. Yeah, I agree with this theatre of dreams. Yeah, when people go, oh, breaking news, where, who, why, how? Think Kane is loving the football under Ange because he's going to get a lot more tap-ins. Yeah, quite possibly. Kane not guaranteed to win a trophy if he signed for a rival club. Obviously, there's no guarantee. But, you know, you would say all of these clubs have won stuff in the last 5 years apart from Tottenham. You know, they've all won loads in the last 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. So, yeah. I actually agree with this. Yeah, I agree. I don't think we owe him anything. He's made a very good living playing football. And when we say we owe him, I don't think... agree with this. I agree with this. Of course, it's probability. You go to Man City, you're guaranteed a trophy, right? You go to Man United, the probability is high, but you're not guaranteed, etc., etc. Yeah. Laporte going back to Spain. Yeah, probably. I think he'll end up at a bigger club than us. I do, but it doesn't mean we can't go in for him for sure. Keep smashing those likes, people. There's 628 of you in here and only 339 likes. Let's get that to 500 as quickly as possible. The people who don't care about receiving a fee for Kane, I wouldn't want them running any business I own. This is what they seem to forget. You know what this is, DJ Green a lot? I always say this. It's this over this. Oh, Spurs don't deserve a fee for him. Of course we do. Of course we should get a fee for him. I hear this all the time. We've signed some good players already. James Maddison, Van de Ven, right? What's to say it's going to be spent badly? Zeddy, we went through all this last night. Savva, what do you think about balls in behind with Spurs? How good Van de Ven and Udogie are at defending the space behind them? I've not seen that Udogie's good at defending the space behind him. That's not what I've seen in the games I've seen Udogie play. Van de Ven, yeah, sure. I've seen that from him in the games I've watched him. I've not seen that from Udogie, so I'll hold judgment on that. Listen, whenever you play a high line, you've got to be careful of the balls going in behind you. Of course you have. But that's where the more experienced players know when to sit back 5 yards, know when to tell someone else to sit back, know when to go. Experience, know-how, knowledge, practice. I just think it's mad. Zeddy, listen, do you know what, Zeddy? You're always polite, but everything you say is toxic positivity. Everyone knows we're not very good at defending, but you seem to think we've got a good back four. It's truly worrying. Kane is not equal to Maradona at Napoli. Maradona was bigger than Napoli in that era. Yeah, I agree with that. Savva, when did Bayern ever spend over 100 million outright for a player? Why do you think they went in for this bid? Why do you think they went in for the first bid? But listen, they've never had to. But now if they want to get this player that is the difference maker that they've not got anymore, they'll have to pay. That's life. Everyone has to break their ceiling. Spurs wasted over 140 million on Ndombele, Cess, Rodon, and Celso and Spence. So why would 85 million fee for Kane change anything? So Rob, just so I've got it clear, do you think Basuma was a bad signing? Do you think Bentancur was a bad signing? Do you think Romero was a bad signing? Do you think Maddison's a bad signing? Do you think Van der Ven's a bad signing? Is Adoji a bad signing? Just asking. Let me know. Are they all bad signings? Because you're picking players from, I mean, let's have a look. And somebody says, Road, you're picking players from mostly, other than Spence, you're picking players from 4 years ago. We've got different people at the club now. Postecoglou will want better players, and at the moment he's been getting good players like Maddison. We're so stuck in the past. Rob, I'd love you to come on. You just constantly say these strange things. I'd love you to come on and debate with you. Big up, Sav. Where do you see Spurs finishing next season, with and possibly without Kane? With or without Kane? At the moment, with the squad we've got, I see us finishing anywhere between 7th and 10th. I don't think we can defend well enough. I think if you had a couple of good defenders and a DM, I could see us being anywhere between 4th and 7th. I think we've got to sort out that back line. Got to sort it out, and you've got to protect it. We haven't got a number 6 that can protect it as well. Good evening, Eamon. I hope you're well. Richard said, hey, Savva, let's not forget Kane had the chances to win trophies at Spurs. Champions League, Premier League, and the League Cup. So they could have won trophy. I agree. When people say we didn't build around him, he was in some very good teams that didn't get over the line. The last 3 or 4 years, yeah, sure. But before that, he was in some very good team, wasn't he? Swanex has said, in this current market, Gift Orban will be worth 60 to 70. Next year, if he goes to a top 5 league and scores 10 goals. Yeah, right now, if he's worth 30 million, 20 million, get them. That's the thing we've not been good at, isn't it? Getting them at that stage, Swanex, you know what I mean? Where they are now, as opposed to where they'll be in a year's time. Harlan, thank you very much. Said, I recently started watching your videos and streams and I'm loving the content. I just subscribed. Thank you very much. We're only 15 subscribers away from hitting 8,800. Come on, people. I'll put the link in the chat. You don't have to go anywhere. There's 624 of you now in here. If 15 of you haven't subscribed, that's all I'm asking for. That's less than 10%. It's less than 5% of you. Just to smash that button would be amazing. Listen, for me, Harry, I think has seen all this before. I think he's seen all of this before, this promise of a rebuild. What I would want to see now, if I was Harry Kane, go and get me a Laporte or a Tapsoba at the back. Go and get me a DM. Yeah? Make sure that defense is solid so that every time he scores a hat-trick in a game, it's not because we're losing 4-3. It's because we're winning 3-1. What a random question. Yeah. Again, we don't know. Does winning an FA Cup change his mind? I don't know. Does it? Does it not? I guess none of us know because we're not Harry Kane, but we'll see. Rights Wildlife Explorations said, evening, Sav, I hope you're well. Big up to you, my friend. He said, could be a good thing if you get your targets, keep Kane, and you can win the League Cup, FA Cup progress from there. I love your content. Keep up the great work, my friend. Well, listen, thank you very much for the kind words. Look, it's going to be a very, very interesting, it's going to be a very, very interesting year. Lots of clubs will fancy themselves to win the cup. I know a lot of Spurs fans just say, win the cup. Man City win the cups. Arsenal win the cups. Liverpool win the cups. Chelsea win the cups. Man United win the cups. They're all going to want to win it. I agree. If Bayern don't get him now, he won't go there on a free. I agree with that. Absolutely. When someone's messaged in going, we've got a good defense anyway. Laporte's better than anything we've got in that back line. I don't know. Has the team travelled already? Are they travelling tomorrow morning? I don't know. I'd like to see it. Phil, I think most clubs go low. I mean, look how we operate. Right? Look how we operate. Zeddy, you know what? When you say get heated, not heated, mate. You got to remember, when I'm in other chat shows, I see your comments about me. I'm not silly, mate. When I see people in the chat, I always know who's been mugging me off and to who, right? So just I see you, Zeddy. Don't worry. You're all good, mate. The way you described Laporte in that team sounds delicious. I love the way you are getting experience as a YouTuber. Thank you, Howard. Look, I just think football's evolving, right? People who are playing with back fours are evolving that now. Inverted fullbacks, players shifting over to become a 3 instead of a 2, and then reverting back to a 4 when you're defending. I just think you've got to have options. You worry a lot about Spurs, but no, I don't. I don't worry about our bank account. I worry about buying new players. It's nature, isn't it? If you want to buy something, the money has to come from somewhere. Jesus, what is wrong with this fan base? Like, oh my God. Did you watch Kane yesterday? No, I must have missed it. How are we going to get someone to bang goals in like that? I mean, the first part, did I watch Kane yesterday? Of course I watched Kane yesterday. You won't get someone to bang in goals like that. But not every club has a bloke that bangs in goals like that, and they still win more than we do. So I don't get it. Savva, you might want to get another picture to use for the thumbnail. It reminds me of an 11-year-old that got his first phone and is taking selfies in the bathroom mirror. So which thumbnail? What are we talking about? What thumbnail are you talking about? Savin, sorry, I think that's a troll. Apologies, sorry, I thought that might be a proper comment. Do you know what? I love how so many people just want to talk football, and then you just get trolls. It's so sad, isn't it? So sad. But what's even sadder is we're only 13 away from the 8,800. I'm not stopping till we get there tonight. Let's do this, people. Lee, absolutely. Do you know what, though? If that's the case, that's the case. I don't care who's in the team when we win a trophy. I just want to win a trophy, mate, don't you? Like, I do think it's going to take us a bit of time. We've got to get used to this system. They've passed their medicals, both him and Valise, as far as I'm aware. I think that's what Fabrizio Romano said earlier today. Let me just double check for you. I'm pretty sure he did. See if there's any breaking news as well. Ibanez has signed for Al Ali. Gonzalo Ramos has signed for PSG. Inter Milan have signed Emil Aduro. He's going to be back up to Jan Sommer. And Torino are trying to sign Nico Vlasic. So they're selling Vlasic and Scamacca for 42 million euro profit plus 105 million profit for Declan Rice. See how that works, people. You sell a player from the academy and you get loads of money and it's profit. And then you spend that money on other players. It's amazing how that works. Zeddy, we haven't played a game with our set back four yet. Not saying we're class defending, but we'll be better than last season there. I'm sure we will be better, but at the moment it's looking very, very shaky. I don't rate Royal as a right back at all. Adoji, for me, what I've seen, he looks good going forward, but I don't think we've really seen him tested at the back. And when I have seen him tested at the back, he's not looked amazing. So, look, let's see what happens. Robert Wilson said the back four has more leaks in it than the Thames Water. Yeah, but apparently not according to Zeddy. Zeddy doesn't think we need new players at the back. He thinks we're okay. DJ Green Alert said, Savva, do you think we picked a better side against Shakhtar than against Barca to make Longley look better, to con the fans into believing he's better? Oh, where do people get this from? Oh, good times. Big up DJ Green Alert. But big up Sue Smith. Big up to you, Sue. Hope you're well. Adoji and VDV, too early to say they're good signings. Okay, all right. Yeah, okay, I'll tell you what then, Rob. Let's go by Rob's standards. We should never sell anyone because we don't ever buy a good player. Just absolutely mental, this fan base. Rob, please come on one day. You've promised to come on so many times and you never do, but you keep saying these outrageously stupid things in the comment. Mark Cousins said, no, Savva, we're winning everything. The treble is on. Yeah, I remember when the quadruple was on as well. Do you remember that last year? Kuva kept telling me. Sakinelli, big up, said, smash a sub for Savva, smash a like for Levy. Thank you very much. We are getting there. We're edging closer. We're only 12 subscribers away. Thank you to anyone. Okay, yeah, Rob, you're right. We've never signed a good player. We should never sell anyone. We've never signed a good player with any money. Absolutely ridiculous. Big up me. I hope you're well. Said all caught up. I was a bit behind, but my friend ×2 helped me out. Although you sound so slow. Some people said I sound like that anyway. SK Larsh, SK Larsh has said, Savva becoming my favourite Spurs account in no time. Love his honest takes and no BS attitude. Thank you very much. Okay, so Rob, okay. So we do make good signings then. So why wouldn't we make good signings if Harry Kane went? That's all I'm saying. Yes, over the years, but not now. Over the years. Ange Postecoglou is going to see to that. Right? Again, it's maybe not. Maybe just going to do an hour and a half, 2 hours. And sometimes it's easier if I do it by myself. When I do it by myself, I can interact more with people in the chat. Because one of the things you always get told is, oh, you don't interact. And not me. I mean, I always interact. But people don't like it when we don't interact. More and more, I think Ange is perfect fit for Spurs. I agree. Wish we had gone for him before Jose and Conte, to be honest. Could have been a different story. I agree, which is why I didn't want Antonio Conte at this football club. I agree. Oh my God. This has to be a troll. Surely there are not people that think Romero is better than Laporte. Sure. Right, in the chat right now. Is Romero better than Laporte? Oh my God, what is happening to this fan base? What is happening to this fan base? I'm baffled. I'm baffled. Ansar Krim said, let's go. Thank God we don't need Kane. Ansar, I tell you what, for a club that's got Choupo-Moting up front, the way you talk about Harry Kane is disgraceful. Big up to Jerome, who's put a super chat and said, you what, Savva? I'm getting tired of the Harry Kane saga. We need to start moving forward and find a new striker anyway. And if he does not want to sign a contract, sell him. I agree. Ian, thank you. Again, thank you for the super chat. Sorry, I moved on from that very quickly. Very rude of me. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for the 3 people that just unsubscribed. I've never known so many people that subscribe then unsubscribe so quickly. It's very, very interesting. If so be it, yeah, I care more about Spurs winning it than Kane winning it, if I'm completely honest. Hi, what is your prediction for top 4 this season? City, and then in no particular order, Liverpool, Man United and Arsenal. I think it will go back to being the big boys. I think Chelsea will be 5th or 6th. And then I think it'll be between the others to sort out the last positions. Tommy, Savva and Kunku is out injured for 3. Is he out for 3 months? Interesting. I wonder who they're going to go and buy to to cover him. It's what they do, isn't it? Absolutely, Spurs King. Smash the likes. Stop being like Levy. Smash the like button, people. We should be on 500. We're on 393 at the moment. And we've gone backwards to 8,783 subs, 17 more, and we get to the target. But I don't think we're gonna get that tonight. I really hope not. I really hope we don't see Dyer, but it will be 2 games in 48 hours. Maybe he does make a complete change and we do see Dyer. I don't know. Brian said, Savva, you must be intrigued to see how we do under Ange playing attack football for the first time. Oh, absolutely. I'm a big fan of Ange. I'm no problem with Ange. I just think you've got to give him a couple of competent defenders. That's all. Angus, big up, said, I'm a gunner and have like and subscribe for class stream. Big up, Savva. I wish more of the Spurs fans would subscribe to me as well. But thank you very much, Angus. You're more than welcome. Everyone is welcome on my channel. Tommy says, Savva, are you doing a watch along for Burnley City on Friday? Possibly. I might possibly think about doing that. We have got a watch along tomorrow. So I've got my usual show in the morning. And then from 5:30 p.m. tomorrow, we'll be doing a watch along for Tottenham versus Barcelona. So make sure you join me for that. Sarr looks a good young player. I think he needs time. I think we've wasted him completely the last 2 years by not betting him in. Another reason why I didn't like that man Conte, but it is what it is. So Laporte, I mean, absolutely. Laporte is, sorry, when people are saying no, Laporte is miles clear. If it's, hang on, Laporte close to world class. Ramirez, Laporte is way. I can't even. Yeah. Even when I've got the Romero lovers agreeing with me, absolutely. I think anyone that's answered yes to this question is as you think. You knew Billy would. There is absolutely no way on earth that Spurs fans think Romero is better than Laporte. Absolutely crazy. I love Romero, but no. Oh my God, he's not a bit better. He's so much better. He's so much better. I agree. He's got to improve. He's 25. He's got to improve. Bayern's fourth bid vote. Yeah, let's have a look. So we did the vote earlier. I can't show you it because it shows you all of my back office data. From 551 votes, it was will Bayern Munich put in a fourth bid for Kane? 61% of the 553 now said that he will. It's interesting statistics and figures there. Very, very interesting. Big up, everyone. Listen, I don't say enough. Thank you very much for everyone that's joined. Thank you. There's still 598 of you in here. Thank you for giving up your, well, depending where you are in the world, for giving up your Monday evening to listen to me. As I said, we'll be back in the morning as normal. I'm not going anywhere now, by the way, but we'll be back in the morning as normal. And we will be doing a Spurs watch along. And come on, people. Come on. 16. We did get it to 12 away, and a few people decided to play silly buggers. 15 more subscribers now. 15. Let's do it, people. The link is in the chat. I'm sure he didn't. Okay, but thank you for trying to stir up. It won't work, I'm afraid. It won't work. So that user is going into a timeout. Danny, mate, read the room. This is just, I can always, it's the same people all the time. Romero, Clear. Look, have you noticed it's all the trolls with silly names, right? This is absolutely mental. Absolutely mental that we have Spurs fans that think Romero is better than Laporte. This is absolutely crazy. You know, when we wonder why other fan bases hate us, it is absolutely crazy. Zedia said, I do think we need new players at the back. We need solid centre-back options. Right now, we only have two. Don't put words in my mouth. You were quite annoyed at Sean for that the other day. Zeddy, you came on. Don't make me go back and find your comment. And you said, Savva, do we need defenders? We've got a good back four. And then you named it. You named the back four. So I'm not putting words in your mouth. We need much better defense. I think we need two better fullbacks and one more centre half. I agree. Why is that kidding you? Why would that be kidding you, putting Liverpool in the top four? Laporte, Tapsoba, Tosin in that order. DJ Greenlight says, Savva, genuine question. Do you think Walker for 5 years is a bigger loss than Kane will be for 2 or 3? Walker for 5 years is a bigger loss. I think we'll be all right scoring goals. We've not been all right defending. So, yeah. Yeah. Because since Walker, Jan, Toby and Rose have gone, we can't defend for toffee. When Kane goes, we will still score goals. Matt Drayton said, is there proof of personal terms agreed with Bayern for Kane? What proof could you possibly get? Romero and Ornstein have both said it. I don't know what else there can be. You do know they would have agreed personal terms whilst the bidding was going on. That's how a lot of these transfers work. Where are we? Sorry, there's so many. I agree, Luton Dan. I agree. Everyone's going on as though we've won trophies with Harry Kane. We haven't. We have not. Right. I love it when people come out with these simple equations. Is every player that's won a World Cup better than somebody else? No. Per Mertesacker won a World Cup. Mustafi won a World Cup. Stefan Givash won I mean, we could go all day with players that have won Champions League finals and World Cup finals. Doesn't make them... Oh, Jesus. Hugo Lloris has won a World Cup. Let's stick with him in goal, shall we? Is Sarr better than Basuma? No. This I agree with. I don't understand. I think he's much better than Skip from what I've seen. Well, not apparently they want 30 million. Apparently being the biggest word in football, isn't it? It's the biggest word in football. So it's all good fun. Smash those like buttons, people. 412. Let's get out to 500 as quickly as possible. It's free. I'm not even asking people to part with any money. And we've lost subscribers again. So it is what it is. Look, listen, please. You will get blocked if you don't stop this. Please stop. All right? Please stop. I don't care. How am I troll? I meant the picture of yourself often, like the Spurs show from yesterday. You can say it. I don't care. Go away. You're an idiot. Go away. That person is getting blocked. I don't need advice on people what pictures to put on my thumbnails. It's doing just fine. Thank you very much. Phil, big up to you. Said like and sub, great and consistent content. It's well deserved. Come on. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I agree. I just do not understand our fan base. I never have. I don't think I ever will. Not all of them, by the way. Danny Spurs, so what? Do you want a list of what Aymeric Laporte has won? It's absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Oh, my good God. All right. I'll ask you this question. Danny Spurs. No, we can't happily agree to disagree. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Romero is nowhere near Laporte's levels. There's a reason Laporte has played for Man City for 5 or 6 years or whatever he's been there and won everything. And there's a reason why Christian Romero's at Tottenham Hotspur. Right? Let's go with this theory. Everybody hear me out. Let's go with this theory. Romero's won a World Cup. So he's better than Laporte. All right? Who's a better striker? Alvarez or Harry Kane? I'll just leave that with you for a second. I'll leave that with you. Who's a better forward? Harry Kane or Alvarez? Oh, mate, I honestly, it's just, again, as I said, when Spurs fans say they want progress, they want to win things, not all Spurs fans, it is absolutely crazy because they just want to hold on. Link for my membership. I can give you that, my friend. Here you go. Here is the link for my membership. Here we go. Membership link. Let's copy that. And then we go back to here. I've just put it in the chat. You'll see it. It says membership at the back, at the bottom. Theatre Dream says Romero isn't better than Laporte. No way. He has high potential. However, he needs some experienced cool head next to him. For someone with potential, we do realise he's 25. He's 25. Agreed. He hasn't won a World Cup on his own. Kate, we had this chat earlier, didn't we? This whole world class thing. This guy, every opinion, this guy, whatever show I'm in, he follows me around. Savva Romero benched Martinez and was a mainstay in both competitions. Okay. I don't think we were talking about Martinez. We were talking about Laporte. No, I don't dislike him. Soundboy, who's better? Romero or Laporte? I know that kids like you can't understand a concept like this, but me saying one player is better than another doesn't mean I dislike that player. I don't see the fuss with Romero. Doesn't mean I hate him. I just don't see the fuss with him like lots of Spurs fans do. Look at the yellow card he got himself yesterday. It's rash. It's reckless. He doesn't use this. 4,500, just ridiculous. 4,500. Why not? Midfield tomorrow, I reckon it will probably be Basuma, Skip and Lo Celso. I'm going to go with that. I reckon he'll start with that three, if I'm completely honest. Laporte, superstar, can't get in City's team. I mean, Man City have got an embarrassment of riches, haven't they? Embarrassment of riches. But yeah, okay. Who's better? Okay, so Kane's better, is he? Kane all day long. Okay, does anyone see what I did there with that argument? Right? So has anyone said Alvarez is better than Kane? Right? Does anyone see what I did with that? This was my whole point. Was Alvarez has won a World Cup and the Champions League and the Premier League and the FA Cup. Does that make him better than Harry Kane? No. It means he was in a more successful team. Romero was in a very successful Argentinian team that was carried by Lionel Messi. Let's not forget that. He's a good player, very rash, got to cut the things out. Absolutely. I agree. Oh, God, this guy's back. Savva, Laporte has played longer than Romero. If Romero played for City, he would bench Laporte, believe me. Also, why does Pep want to get rid of Laporte? Pep does this all the time. He has players for 3 or 4 years and he moves them on, Danny. Learn a thing or two about football. I said to you earlier, people, this guy, I said, he followed me to Rance's channel. If I say it's Monday night, he'll say it's Tuesday night. This guy just wants to go against everything I say. Laporte is better, far better, but every little thing Romero does, you're on him. Keep that same energy with players. That's all I'm saying. Who have I not kept that energy with? I keep that same energy with everyone. What people don't get about me, I stick to what I say. Like, keep that same energy. Right? I will. If I don't think a player's that great, I'll say it. I don't understand. You just don't seem to like other people's opinions. Listen, I don't think anyone other than the normal trolls have said that Romero is better than Laporte. If it's an opinion, it's a terrible opinion. Yeah, it's a terrible, terrible opinion. This is what I mean. Other fan bases, anyone who's in a chat that isn't Spurs, right? Any fan base out there that I speak to, they don't rate Romero. It's only Spurs fans that seem to rate him. What player wants to sign with Spurs after this? Well, a few people. Let's see if there's anything that isn't. Scare said, do you think we will move for Orban? I think it will probably depend on whether or not Harry Kane goes. I mean, if we bought Orban as well, that would be a statement of intent. I don't think we will. Where are we? Who said that? Perfect. That was Sav. Well done. Listen, I just think it's a nice, easy, it's the litmus test, as Sean would say. When people say things like, he's won this, so he's better. Okay, so then when you use the argument that Harry Kane can't be called world-class if he's not won anything, oh, no. Right. As that soundboy said, keep the same energy. Is Giroud better than Kane? No, not in a million years. Giroud's a good player. Not better than Harry Kane, but a top pro. Been a really top pro. Savva, don't forget, most Spurs fans didn't want Ake last summer. Agree. I remember doing a show on Ake. Said I would love that guy. Apparently City were thinking of selling, and Spurs fans don't like Ake. He's a Bournemouth reject. He wouldn't get in. Yeah. You don't. I've not seen you agree with anything I say, Danny. The last week, I've seen you in every show I'm on. You follow me around, disagreeing with me. It's fine. Laporte is decent, but lacks pace. But you know what? He's right. Okay, Laporte is no good for that system, but has played it for years with Man City. Let that sink in. Know-how. He knows where to be, when to drop. Come on, people. Let's see you start using some critical thinking here. He's played for Pep Guardiola, doing the exact same thing for years and years and years. Yeah, why did he buy Vardial and not Romero? Yeah, I agree. It's Tuesday morning here, Savva. I'm sure it is. Mike Reyes said, Savva, don't squeeze the trolls too hard. I don't want them to be frightened and run away. Don't worry. All they'll start doing tonight is start sending me such vitriolic hate like they did last night, talking about my wife, talking about this, talking about that, blah, 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 blah. Richard Buell said, okay, look at what happened with Vardiel. Top player already, and he just joined City for 77 million. If we were in for him, he would still go City. Romero was not wanted. Well, of course he wasn't. Pep doesn't want Romero. Romero's not composed enough to pay. This is the thing. When people say things like, if Romero played for City, yeah, but he wouldn't. Right? No, he wouldn't. It's that simple. Pep Guardiola doesn't buy rash defenders like that. Do you know what I mean, Richard? Like, he doesn't do it. He doesn't. This whole, if he played for City, but he wouldn't sign for City, because Pep Guardiola likes players who are cool, calm, composed, don't go rushing out. So he wouldn't. No player is safe with Savva. If they're shit, he will pull them on it. He's brutally honest and bang on point, but fans can't hack it. Listen, I'll say it. Give me any player in the world and I'll tell you what I think of them. I don't pull punches just because they're Spurs players. Use overhype people up like use overhype people up like you did with Kulusevski, compared him to Saka. Unfortunately, I do agree with the Arsenal fan. Lots of Spurs fans saying Kulusevski was better than Saka was very bad take. Very, very, very bad take. There is evidence. Sorry, what's this? A court of law? What's this? A court of law? I have evidence against you, Savva. Listen, people bring him up in my chat. I talk about him. Soundboy, it's a YouTube channel. Deal with it, my man. You've got to relax. Got to relax. I agree. See, the thing is, now everyone's talking about Romero other than other subjects. Yeah, absolutely. Again, thank you. Somebody that gets it. He plays that way for Spain and City, but apparently couldn't do it for Postecoglou. Honestly, our fan base, I don't know what they want. You get linked with someone like Laporte, and our fans don't think he's better than what we've got. Wow. Just absolutely wow. Thiago Silva. It's all up there. It's all up there. Let's get away from him now. I don't believe Kane agreed personal terms with Bayern. Okay, Matt, but you do know how transfers work, right? You do know how transfers work, don't you? So they would have been in contact with Kane's people before they put the bid in with Spurs to confirm that Kane would join, right? During that time, they would talk about personal terms. It's not rocket science, my friend. It's not rocket science. 100% Savage, my point. If he was as good as Laporte or better, Pep would have gone in when we bought him. Yeah. Or he would have gone in this year. He didn't. He doesn't buy players like that. Not when they're like this. If he improves, maybe. But again, you don't get it. You don't get. Danny, please stop coming into my chats, please. Danny, can you come on? Will you come on and have a chat? I know you won't. Another one is. Please come on. It's absolutely madness. Pep would not love Romero. Not one of Pep's centre-backs are like this guy. Name one of Pep's centre-backs who are like this guy. None of them are. Big up Daniel Montandona said, was having an argument with my Tottenham mate earlier about Kane. He kept banging on about Premier League goal record. And I said he wants to go to win trophies. He replied, did he tell you that? Mate, I know we have a section of our fan base that think a goal scoring record is more important than winning Premier League or Champions League trophies. It's again, honestly, it's why other fan bases laugh at us. It's embarrassing. Sorry, I just missed a few. Oh, hang on, it skipped forward there. Raf said, why do you go on streams with rants? Raf, you are getting blocked for that. Rants is a very good guy who's helped out a lot of other people in the YouTube community. Grow up. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to be lenient here. I'll put you in a timeout, but don't ever do that again, my friends. Rants is a top guy that helps people out. Romero's your guy. Listen, if Romero's your guy, that's cool. But why don't you find a guy who's better than Romero? What are your thoughts on Adoji being in the starting 11? Do you think he's not ready? I really think it depends who's on the other side. I think you can't play Porro and Udogie. I think unless you've got a top 2 good centre-halves and a number 6. So I think we'll see on that. I think Udogie looks a real good athlete. He looks really good going forward. I think he'll be a real threat going the other way. Guys and girls, unfortunately, a few people don't like my honesty and they've unsubscribed. We've gone back down to 38783. It's a shame. If anyone would like to subscribe, I'll put the link in the comments. Desperately trying to get to 8,800 by the end of the show. And unfortunately, we're not getting near it. Chris B has said, even as an Arsenal fan, I love your shows. However, your greatest trait is your biggest weakness because you read out all the messages, you feel the fire of these idiots. Okay, so if I didn't read out all the comments, I'd get accused of not paying enough attention and thinking I'm too big time. I don't know what I can do. I don't know I get messages every night, people telling me do this, do that, do this on your channel. Like I don't know what you people want sometimes. Hey, it is what it is. Sometimes you just feel like going, give up. There's no point. There's no point. When I do the shows on my own, I like to read out the comments. I think it's good to be interactive. But people, let me know in the chat. If people don't want me to be interactive, I won't. I was talking actually with, I was talking with this earlier. Who was I talking to? I think I was talking to Henry about this earlier. So it makes me laugh that people in the chat always have a go at YouTubers that don't interact. Yeah, I reckon I'm one of the most interactive YouTubers out there in the football, not Spurs, in football. I think I'm one of the most interactive, and yet people still want to come for me, call me names, do this. It does make me think sometimes like it's madness. Dave Sidney, Romero won the World Cup and is world class. I've stopped reading after that point. Can't be dealing with stupid. Soundboy, I'm Savva's witness. He has on multiple occasions said Romero is a very good defender, but not on the lofty levels that some Spurs fans put him to. Thank you very much. I rest my case, Your Honour. My witness has said that. Yeah, people hear what they want to hear. People hear what they want to hear. Ian has said, interested clubs can't talk to the club without talking to the player too. Some people just don't get it. This is what I don't get. It's the same way. You know, I'll tell you what. Please, Jim, don't you start as well. Listen, I do. Please don't you start, Jim. I talk to the comments. If people don't like it, you don't have to be here. Please stop telling me how to run my own YouTube channel. He is very clueless. He is very clueless. He does this a lot. I've invited him on. I'd love to see what he looks like and have a chat with him, but he won't. Yeah, exactly, man. Rants is very helpful to a lot of people when they start up in this community. Guys and girls, can I not get 5 more of you to subscribe? I mean, I put in work rate after work rate after work rate for people every day. And when I ask for something little back and I can't get it, come on, people, 5 of you. I'll put the link in the chat, but just 5 of you. Come on. Let's at least get this to 8,790. Come on, people. By the way, remember when Spurs had personal terms agreed with Van der Ven from about 4 weeks ago? Yeah, because personal terms are easy to agree. Am I looking forward to watching Richie's pigeon dance this season? Absolutely. Yeah, why not? Why not? Me too, Steve. Me too. For me, I'd love to see Van der Ven and Tapsoba or Laporte. I'll be brutally honest, but hey, that's just me. Billy, obviously, cousins with Harry Kane. He said, one trophy at Tottenham means more than loads of cups in a one-team Farmers League. He can still sign a contract at Spurs when he sees progress under Ange. I don't know how you know this. By the way, the one-team Farmers League, is that like Man City in the Champions League, who this year, if they win it, will be 6 out of 7. Don't think you thought that through, Billy, there. Don't think you thought that through. And thank you so much to the 4 people that have just restored my faith and subscribed. If we can get another 3, we do get to 8,790. Desperately, my aim for the end of today was 8,800, and I hate missing my target. But it is what it is. I don't think people understand as well how hard it is to come and sit here for 2 hours, talk to a screen, and reading out the comments and trying to find football transfer news as well. So come on, 3 more people. You can do it. That would be amazing. I have a divisive question. Brilliant. Love it. Will you criticise Ange like you did? Just like you did Conte for playing the same front three week in, week out. If they're not playing well, then yes. I don't think that's divisive. I've said that. Yes, if they're not playing well. If the front three's playing well, brilliant. If they're not playing well, sub them. I don't think Ange will have any problems with that. I don't. I genuinely don't think he'll have any problems. Sam says, Savva, do you think Kane staying put? Do you think Kane staying put unnecessary pressure on Ange to do well in his first season? I don't think so. I think whether Kane stays or not, we've got to sort out the defensive midfield position and the defence. Thank you, Ian. Thank you. Somebody just letting me be me. Thank you. Thank you so much. Come on, people. Come on, guys and girls. Look at that. 8788. Come on. Can we get that to the 8,800? Come on, guys and girls. Hook our brother up. We're going to go for another 32 minutes. Strasbourg Steve says, you having anyone on or just you? Just me tonight, mate. I will have in the next few days. Next time, though, don't fall asleep. Hey, don't fall asleep next time I ask you. But thank you so much, Steve. And Chris B has just become a new member. Big up to you. I hope all is well. Thank you very much. There's always a smart arse or two, isn't there? And two people just have unsubscribed. I give up. I genuinely do give up. I know, mate, but you got to understand, I get it all day, every day. It's sort of like, you know, I try and give as much content to people as possible when people say it's too much. I try and interact with everyone and it's too nuts and then stop being, I'll tell you what, this person is going into a timeout as well, just constantly being rude. I agree, right? This is why I wanted to do my channel the way I wanted to do it, because I wanted to be interactive, because I hated it when I went into YouTube channels and you put in comments and they don't get read out. And the only time they get read out is if they're a super chat. And I like to think that I don't just read out super chats, right? I go through comments I like, I go through comments I don't. Right. And then I get told, oh, you only read out the bad ones. No, I don't. I read out all the comments that I can. MJ Joseph said, Wagwan Savva, love from Jamaica. Big up from Jamaica. And that cheesecake looks banging, by the way. What's your ideal end to this window? Incomings, outgoings, position modifications, captain. Sanchez, Roden, Tanganga, Spence, Perisic, Ndombele, all gone. Those six definitely gone. Two centre half in, a fullback in, and a DM. And if Kane goes, a striker as well. Spurs for Life said, I've put hundreds of chats in with no response. You're here for money. Oh my. Okay, you're getting put in a timeout as well. It's absolutely. I can't tolerate Romero slander. That's all right. Well, you don't know a lot about football, Danny, so I shouldn't imagine you'd be able to. Other fans respect you more than your actual fans. Yeah, but this is the thing, because Spurs fans don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear the truth. Thank you, Earplugs. I really appreciate it. I do appreciate everyone that has subscribed. Listen, I do try my best for you guys, right? I have a very strong opinion on football, but I come in and I try my best for you. Personal terms means nothing. It's all done on the quiet. Personal terms means everything. What do you mean personal terms means nothing? I do. I just don't. I don't ever use it. I do. I have it. I just don't really use it. Let's have a look. We're going to go for another 28 minutes or so. So big up to absolutely everyone. Come on, people. We can get 11 more subscribers. Big up. 11 more subscribers in 25 minutes. We can do this, people. Mike has said, if you think Savva is biased against Romero, listen to Rio Ferdinand and Zinchenko. They said best defenders never rush and always the most calm on the pitch. I'm not going to talk about Romero anymore, but yes, go and watch the video. Go and watch the video of hang on. Sorry. Go and watch the video of Rio Ferdinand talking about Romero. He says everything I say, and he was one of the best defenders that lived. Spurs fan standards need to change. After all, your players like Adiles, Hoddle, Villa, Waddle, Gazza, and the rest. You're a big club, not acting like a big club. I agree. Danny, please stop. Please stop. We need more. Please stop. Please, 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 please. Please, 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 please. Big up Josh. I said big up Savva. I love that member show earlier. Yes, hopefully. Listen, just a nice chat. That's all it was, wasn't it? Just a nice chat. I agree, Brian. Paulinho. See, that's what Spurs need to go and scout. We need to go and scout ourselves a Paulinho before they're worth 60, 70 million. Are you happy with Lo Celso staying? I don't feel either way about it, really. He's done nothing in 4 years. If he left, I would have no problems with him leaving at all. If he stays, okay, he stays. It is what it is. 245 minutes against really bad clubs doesn't really do anything to make me think that he's great. I've seen not a lot of him for many, many years. But if he stays and Ange gets something out of him, great. But I think you've got to get rid of him or Ndombele, if not both. I've had him on before, Ramon Vega. I have had Ramon Vega on before. But yeah. Philly 2109 has said it's heartbreaking news that two fans would rather believe in fairies and unicorns rather than deal with a cold hard truth. That's what I'm dealing with, man. Matt, I get different ones each show. This show is Matt Spurs. He's been Danny Spurs. He's been the guy behind it for the last couple of weeks, to be honest. But listen, it's all good fun. We all have a laugh, don't we? We all have a laugh. Please click and subscribe if you've enjoyed tonight's video. Thank you very much. That's very nice of you to say. Scare said, nah, Savva, keep on doing what you're doing, man. Yours and Henry's shows are great. Big up to Henry Wright as well. Shout out from Barbados. Wow, Barbados. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, asking Savva to stop being so interactive is like criticizing James Ward-Prowse for his set piece abilities. Do you know what? One day I'll do a show where I don't read out a single comment. We'll see how we get on. Raya agree personal terms. I think they all agree personal terms in the back, right? And it's then down to the clubs to sort out a fee. I agree. Danny says I'm more worried about Vicario than I don't know why. I don't know what he did yesterday. I didn't think he did anything wrong. I'm doing all the watch-alongs, all the Spurs watch-alongs, yeah, and maybe some other games as well. Stephen J said, mate, of the highlights of my day is listening to your uploads. Keep up the hard work. By far one of the best top YouTubers going around. Thank you very much. Can you tell the other people that? We only need 10 subscribers to get to 8,800. That's all we need. Robert said, let's talk about how we can sort this defence. I'm being told tonight we don't need to sort it, Robert, by some of these fans. I think we need another centre-half, and I think we need a right-back. I do. I don't think it will happen this window. I think we need a right-back. I really do. I really do. By the way, this is not this one. Oh, yeah, we do. Yeah, Kate, we love you. But Zinchenko said Saliba is the best centre-back in the league. That's how good he is. Do you know what? I think Saliba's definitely one of the top 3 centre-backs in the league. I think he's a top player. Whoever scouted him for Arsenal, hope they're getting a raise. But I mean, I can't bother with this guy anymore. Romero's not a patch on King. Mabert, that's just former Spurs players, let alone Rio. Add in Richard Goff, Jan Vertonghen, Toby Alderweireld, dare I say it, Judas. This guy's not a patch on these players. Yeah, lots of people need to do this. There'll be a good partnership, sure. But you've got to have more, because what happens if one of them gets injured? You're then back to Ben Davies at centre-half. Come on, people. Let's think more than the first 11. Right, people, we're going to go for another 15 minutes. Come on, let's do this countdown. Look, let's do this countdown. 8, 7, 8, 8. Come on. We can do it. 12 people to subscribe. Please, please, please. I'll put the link in the channel. Let's get this to 8,800. Show some love and support. It's free. That's all I ask from you. Danny, just those 2 covers when Romero gets red carded. Danny, just those 2 covers. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, bang on, Sue. Vicario is being punished because he's not Raya. I don't know what Vicario's done wrong. I really don't. He keep getting in. Like yesterday, people were having a go at him. I don't know what he did wrong. Thought he made a couple of excellent saves. I don't know what he did wrong, but apparently it's not right. I just think it's mad. Locatelli, is Locatelli available? Hey, it is what it is. Paul Axon said, evening, Savva. Just got in from work and tuned straight in. Big up to you, Paul. I hope you are well, my friend. Louise Sherman, big up to you, Louise. Thank you so much for the super chat. I said, you have the patience of a saint, wind-ups all round, have a cold or hot beverage for your troubles. Love the channel. Come on, you Spurs. Still a chance we get tapped sober. Yeah, as soon as this is finished, I might be having a beer. I try not to drink as much during the week, but I might have a beer. Still a chance we get tapped sober. I don't know. Has Levy and Spurs got that ambition to go and get him? That's what I want to see. If they do that, then you know they're changing their ways. If they don't, you know it's going to be the same as usual. But Louise, let's hope so, eh? Let's hope so. Danny, big up Sav. Looks like Kane might be staying. Danny, I'm happy if he stays. We had this all last night. Only if he signs a new contract. If he leaves on a free, all of you fans that don't want him to sign it, all of you fans that are happy for him to go on a free deserve what happens next summer. Just saying, Danny. Hope you're well, mate. Big up to everyone. I think, we're going to struggle, aren't we, to get to the 8,800. Can't get from 504 people. Can't get 12 people. I think the difficulty will be what team is he going to put out, and what team are they going to put out. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Let's see what team we put out first. Do you think being toxic is the best way to support Spurs? I know what you're getting at here, G Knowledge. I don't know what I'm toxic about. Another person, I'll say right now, would you like to come on and tell me why I'm toxic? I bet you say no. People like you love dropping a comment to have a go. When you're called on, you shit your pants. So would you like to come on? Anyone else who thinks I'm toxic, let me know. You can come on. We'll have a chat. How's that? Come on and we'll have a chat. Last question before the jury deliberates. Go away. Steve said we need one more defender in this window and one next summer. Sav, I love the banter you have with Sean. Awesome. Yeah, everyone always has everyone thinks Sean and I hate each other. We really don't. We're good friends. Like, people need to chill. It's just banter. Big up Danny Kiriakou. Savva, keep being interactive. I will keep being interactive. I just wish more people would appreciate it, if I'm brutally honest. Like when I asked to get me to go 8,800. Zinchenko might be biased, but watch Saliba. Name me centre-backs better than Saliba right now in the Premier League. I don't think there's many. I think he's a top player. I think he's a top player, this guy. I think he's got absolutely every attribute. Zedia said we do need to have more defenders. I just think the starting four are good enough for now. I can't agree. Emerson Royal is crap, and I think Adogie's better going that way than defending. We saw yesterday they can't defend. They can't defend. I don't know what will make people see that these players can't defend. I think they might do. I just don't know how far they're willing to go in their pursuit. I don't know. Laporte only goes Spurs if there are no other takers. I agree with that. Listen, I think he's a great player. I really, really do. I'm really jealous that you guys managed to go and get him. But hey, listen, let's hope Van de Ven turns out to be that player for Spurs. A new tier 1 on Laporte. Who's the tier 1? I love this. Who's the tier 1? Let me know. Who's the tier 1, people? Who's the tier 1? United, Romero and VDV will not work. Both not strong aerially, and Romero is too rash to be our starting centre-back moving forward. I'm not allowed to talk about him. How many red cards has Romero had since joining? I don't know. You can look it up, can't you? Why do I have to look it up? Why don't you look it up? I just don't know that he's done anything wrong. Big up, John. Thank you, mate. Thank you. Thank you to everyone in the chat. Guys and girls, listen, I won't ask any more for any more subscribers. Clearly, people don't want to subscribe. But thank you so much for all the likes so far. We're on 491. We are going to go for another 18 minutes. Did I say before 15? I think I meant 25. Another 18 minutes. We'll go right the way through until just after 10 p.m. Kane only stays long term if Ange does a madness. Yeah, possibly. Good. Danny, one of my favourites. Love you, mate. Hope you're well. No, you haven't. It's just funny. You say some very funny things. Maisie's Adventure, glass half empty. Another one who wouldn't come on and say it to my face. You people talk a lot, but you won't come on. I'm not glass half empty. I'm literally looking at facts. Look how bad we've been for years and years and years, right? I'm looking at facts. Tell me what's glass half full from the last 5 years. I'll wait. Thanks, James. Yeah, listen, unfortunately, you get a lot of trolls like this. By the way, Maisie's Adventure will start. I predict this person. This person does this all the time. Maisie's Adventure always comes on, says something like this and laughs, then gets a bit nastier, then a bit nastier, and then it's something really nasty. We know how this works. Danny Kiriakou, we know how this works, don't we, mate, with these people? We know. Okay, Ruben Diaz, yeah. Not many others. I'm not hyping them up. If they've got good players, they're good players. Again, this is what I mean. Listen, I can only say from what I've seen of him. He had an excellent season. He was superb. You can look. This is the thing. Watch him. You'll see a top player. You can see straight away. You can see. Doesn't matter if he plays for Arsenal or Spurs or Swindon Town or Lazio. It doesn't matter who he plays for. You can tell he's a top centre half with all the attributes. I know people are too childish, but Andy Mid said Gavardio was already the best centre back in the Prem. Was crying out for him when everyone wanted Pau Torres and Bastoni. Yeah, he was never coming to Tottenham. He was never coming to Tottenham. Matt, here we go. The constant criticism towards Romero baffles me. He's not our top defender, but he's pretty good. Definitely our best defender, even with VDV coming in. The bashing from you, Perchy Henry, is forced. No, it's not. I just don't think he's as good as other people like you think he is. I think he's our best defender because we've not got any other good defenders. It's not criticism. I'm just calling it as I see it. I think it's false when people like you hype him up. Right? There's not bashing. I think people like you need to get a bit thicker skin. Oh, you've bashed my player. You're bashing him. Well, maybe he should stop lunging in and getting sent off and giving away penalties and falling on the floor, shouldn't he? No, not a chance. Not a chance. Saliba's better than Botman. Saliba's better than Martinez. Not a chance. Don't be so silly. That's just biased. Maisie's Adventure. To come on, you've got to have your camera on. Yeah? I'm going to put the link in. And then Maisie's Adventure is going to tell me why I'm glass half empty. No one else come on. You must have your camera on, Maisie's Adventure. Let's see. We know they're going to bottle it. Maisie's Adventure. I see you every stream. I'm not blind. Savva, you're a realist in my book. Which opinion? Come on and tell me which opinion you don't agree with. We can have that chat. Come on. I've just given you the link in the chat. Sorry, you're a snap. Come on. Let's see what Maisie's Adventure disagrees with me on. What do you reckon it will be? So Maisie's Adventure can come on of any of my opinions and talk to me about it, and we'll have a debate about it. Oh, yeah, definitely Danny is deluded flip-flop, but we love him to bits. I don't think he did have a great first season. No, he didn't. He had some good games in that first season. You can see, if you watch Saliba and don't understand why he's a top centre half, I can't help you. He's strong, he's quick, he stays on his feet, he's good in the tackle, he's good in the air, and he's a leader. If you can't see that, I really worry. Won't praise Saliba after phenomenal season. But yeah, this is what our fan base do. Daniel, please stop. Please stop. I'm Daniel, I'm putting you in a timeout. I'm bored of this. Stop telling me how to run my channel. I speak to the trolls. I speak to the fans that agree with me and the fans that disagree with me. If fans like Daniel Turner keep saying things like that, I just won't interact anymore with people. Do you not rate Martinez then because he is rash? I think Martinez is okay, like Romero. I think he's okay. I don't think he's this world beater. I think he is rash as well. Not one of them. Not one of them. Not yet. I think there's players they got that could be, but not one of them. Maisie, I'll give you if you want to talk, I gave you the link. It's up to you. If Maisie wants to come on. Absolutely. It's what I do, Cynical Dad. It's what I do. These people, they want to go and watch Last Word on Spurs, where they don't get talked to in the chat, but everything is blah, 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 blah. Rent-free, you coming into my channel. I live rent-free in your head. You had to click on my channel to come and see me. I don't even know who you are. What an idiot. People are watching, only raving about Romero because he's playing with Darren Davis. I'd look good next to them. Yeah, absolutely. Listen, Saliba's a class act. He is. You can see it. Watch him play. You can just see it. Of course, they're going to bottle it. They always do this. Give me the link. I'll come on and debate you. Nope. This is another one that will never come on. This is another one that will come on. I hate to tell you, Sergio Ramos was much better at everything than Christian Romero. Him being rash isn't the only reason why I don't rate him, Danny. I don't understand why you can't get that. No, of course, Maisie's not coming on. Of course. Romero has one red card, I believe, since joining Spurs. That's not true. I can think of 2 from last season alone. So, no, that's not true at all. I think he had one the season before. I don't even think, George Ellaway, you're turning everyone against you, mate. How? I talk to everyone in the chat. I invite them on. Do you know what? I'm gonna stop the stream. I think I'm just getting really bored of people like this telling me what to do on my stream. It's just getting really, really boring. I can't win. Honestly, I do get frustrated. People, I can't win. I try and involve everyone in the chat, and it's not right. I don't involve people. It's not right. I have an opinion, and I'm negative, right? People send threats to me. It's like, I don't know what more people want. And then people who are meant to be the nice people constantly having a go. It's so frustrating. Jamie has said, I agree that Laporte is better than Romero, but if Pep wasn't sold on him because City play a high line, should Spurs go for another centre-back with pace? But that's not why Pep's not sold on him. Pep moves players on. He always does this, right? He always does this. Oh, Danny, please go away. I'm bored of you now. I'm really bored of you. I'm really, come on if you want to talk. I'm really bored of you now. Maisie's adventure has about as much composure as Romero in a tackle. Listen, I don't mind it, but it's when it's the people that don't understand. Begging for like at 40. So do you remember when I said that Maisie would come on, then would get a bit nastier? Here we go. Begging for like at 40. I click because I'm walking the dog and like seeing what Spurs fans think. Just your platform the worst. Take a leaf out of Dean's book. I don't know who Dean is. So my platform's the worst and you've come on. That's weird, isn't it, Maisie? You've come into my show. Yeah, no, it just gets a bit frustrating. People like that, Maisie's adventure, it's just sort of like, I work my backside off and yet now something's wrong with me because I'm 40. I mean, it's just, I just don't understand people. Oh, dearie me. Eastside Laguna says, Savva, me and my boy love it when you confront the trolls, call them out. Big up for being yourself. I'm trying, mate. Honestly, it is hard. Oh, absolutely. It's just football. Yeah, it's just football. Luton Dan, big up. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think moving forward, I'm going to now. I think I'm going to. I've tried to be as inclusive as possible, Phil. I've really, really tried, but I just can't now. I just can't. I've just tried. Okay, Daisy, goodbye. You're getting blocked now. There you go. Maisie is blocked because complete troll. Listen, I am going to jump, people. I'm a bit frustrated at the moment. I'm going to jump. Thank you so much. Danny, you follow me around every channel disagreeing with any single thing I say, mate. Every show I've been on. Every show. You was on Saeed's this morning, Rance's this afternoon. It's just a little bit frustrating. But compose, Savva, compose yourself. Right, let's go for 8 more minutes. I'm not going to let these idiots beat me. Mark Cousins said I'm 50 odd. There's lots wrong with me. It makes me laugh, Brian. Mate, one way to stop this stuff is making things as paying a channel. Do you know what? I try honestly, it's so frustrating for me. I try my best to be inclusive. I try and read out comments, and everyone just wants to have a go, and it just gets a little bit, I'll be honest, just gets a little bit frustrating. And Lee, I told you what that sort of person was like. Look, from now on, what I promise you, when trolls come into the stream, moving forward from today, when trolls come in, I will just block them. I've tried to keep it energetic. I've tried to go above and beyond for people, and it's just not been appreciated. So I'll have a bit of time out. But listen, thanks everyone. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you tomorrow morning for the 10 a.m. show. And then we've got the Spurs watch along. Thanks everyone. Take care. Yeah, hang on. See, here we go. You won't have anybody watching without interacting with comments. Realistically, nobody will tune in without you interacting. You're neither eloquent, humorous, nor balanced enough. This is what you get. Just the hate is just beyond belief. The hate is beyond belief. So yeah. See you later, guys. I can't do this anymore. I'm getting really, really frustrated with people. I'm neither eloquent, humorous, or balanced. See you later, guys.